Oh, baby, man. Let's see what's going on, everybody. How's everybody doing? Man, chat, I can already tell what's going on. What is going on with this chat? Come on, people. Pick yourselves up.
Trying to wake up.
Pick yourself up. Sunset's getting later and later. Optimistic. What is, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go. Let's go.
Live from the Xfinity studio. Throw them up, boys. The Xfinity studio. Yes, indeed. We got a great pregame show. Why? Because it's Michael Porter night, man.
Oh, yeah.
Big game tonight. Michael Porter night. We're going to talk about that. What we expect. A little duel tonight, perhaps? Murray, MPJ duel? I expect it. I honestly do. We're going to look at some MPJ comments. We're also going to talk about the updated timeline for Aaron Gordon. We got some bad news today. We got to break it down. Talk about the rest of the year. What's set up for the rest of the year? Harrison Wind is kind enough to join us.
Man, I'm happy to be here, guys. Front end of another back-to-back. I don't know if you saw, Nuggets actually had another back-to-back to their schedule.
They added one
later on in the season. Yeah,
yes,
so
I love it when that happens.
If you like back-to-backs, we got a treat for you, Dev.
Adam Silver is a war criminal. He really is, man, what he has done to our beloved Denver Nuggets this year. But whatever, fourth set of back-to-backs in the last 2 weeks. Sure, Adam Silver, why not? Superstar Dev's in the building.
I really am excited about tonight's game. I'm excited to see MPJ back in the building. I want to see what type of love he gets, and I want to see if the city of Denver is going to show him the homecoming that he deserves.
Let's start with that then. Before we even get to game notes, we've got Michael Porter. Actually, we can just go to game notes. I guess we always start with that.
Okay.
Let's get the updated game notes. Then I'll ask that question.
Let's just start with the injury news because, I mean, that's really what the game notes section of this pregame show is for these days.
Let's not go too deep on it, but yes, you can let us know.
David Adelman, he said he hopes to have Nikola Jokic, Cam Johnson, and Christian Brown back before the All-Star break. He did not mention Aaron Gordon. We'll get to him in segment 2.
Oh, wow. Before the All-Star break. So they're ahead of schedule.
You know, I don't know.
He doesn't either.
I'm telling you, no, everybody...
Before the All-Star break, about a week, I don't know. So somewhere in between those two timetables.
This stuff is all so messed up, the way the NBA reports the big news items. Head of schedule, maybe before this All-Star break. We're actually behind schedule, but we're going to say ahead of schedule, whatever.
Let's check in on our Common Spirit injury report. Ooh. Christian Brown out, Aaron Gordon out, Cam Johnson out, Nikola Jokic out. Big Val and Jamal Murray both listed as probable, and they are both playing.
Let's go. Not only are they playing,
they're starting.
You want the starting lineup?
I would love to hear it.
It just dropped out.
I would love to hear it.
Jamal Murray, Jalen Pickett, Peyton Watson, Spencer Jones, Big Val, Jonas Valanciunas.
Same starters as last game. Experience the difference compassion makes. Find a Common Spirit location near you. Discover a new standard of health and healing by visiting mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. And a lot of the pregame festivities, if you've been online, about Michael Porter Jr. He's hugging Nikola Jokic. He's catching up with Nuggets coaches.
I haven't even seen this stuff yet.
David Adelman said, quote, he's an all-time Nugget.
It's true. Absolutely true. We'll talk about this a lot on the post game, I think, today, but yeah, 100% true, man. All-time Nugget.
And we can go into Michael Porter stuff now.
Let's do it.
Because he held a pregame press conference just moments ago at Ball Arena. Man. Very rare, but obviously a lot of media requests probably coming in for him. So they're like, all right, we'll just have him talk to everybody. He said, look, just moving from the Nuggets to the Nets and taking winning basketball for granted. Porter said, I think it was just time for a change of scenery for me. Denver was all he knew, but he felt his time was up here. He said, look, these guys will always be my brothers. And in response to David Adelman calling him an all-time Nugget, he said, that's pretty cool. It's just amazing to have won the first championship. I was just here for the whole process. If I didn't get that ring or finish my time here with a ring, then it would have been hard to move into the situation I'm in now.
I love it, man. Michael Porter, sneaky, good, gives you actually what he thinks and feels. Everybody else kind of polishes it. He gives Good stuff.
I mean, yeah. I mean, from the press conference at the podium to the podcast, like you will know how Michael Porter actually thinks about a topic.
100% true.
And I respect it a lot.
Same.
But yeah, vibes are really good at Ball Arena. It seems like Porter's back. Wilson Chandler also in the house tonight. I think the Nuggets are honoring him with something. Not quite sure what, but we'll see.
You're honoring Wilson Chandler on Michael Porter night?
I guess so.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, that's a rough.
I love Wilson
find out.
Chandler though.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites when I first started covering the league. Man, was one of my favorites, and the first player to shout me out, which I thought was cool.
Nice.
Michael Porter though, the reception tonight. This is kind of a big storyline, man. They're going to announce him. I'm sure they're going to honor him with a video and everything else. What do you expect tonight?
I expect love. I really do. Especially with how. I mean, he brought the Nuggets a championship. He was very pivotal in their run. He was part of the turnaround that came here, and he did not leave on bad terms
at all.
So I think that's important. He's also doing well on another team. So I really think that adds to it. Of like, we're all happy that he's on another team, still thriving, still flourishing, and getting what he wants. Because when he was with the Nuggets, it was a lot of sacrifice. So I think that we're able to take a step back and say, yeah, this was a fun time. This was a fun player that brought it every single night out, and you can't take that away from him. So a lot of love in the building.
For sure, man. I think that's exactly right. He's going to get, the full treatment on a welcome back video. Like the Ball Arena crowd's going to go crazy for him. I'm sure he's going to get a standing ovation. I bet it's going to be an emotional moment for him. Because, Michael Porter is on the Nets now, but he was a Nugget for the first, 8 years of his career, 7 years of his career. That's all he knew.
Yeah.
The Nuggets were really the only team he knew, the only organization he knew. He put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this franchise, and he got a championship out of it. I feel like we would think way differently about Michael Porter if he didn't win a championship. But he did, and he was an instrumental part in it, and so that's going to be his legacy here.
I think that when we think about the Jokic era, Jokic will be the number one person we think about.
Correct.
Obviously. Jamal Murray will be number 2. I honestly think it's Michael Porter and AG kind of tied for that third spot. I'm not saying who's better or this or that. I'm just saying when you think about the era, I kind of go to Mike before I go to AG. Maybe that'll flip over a certain period, but Mike was, as he put it, at the beginning. It was 2018. He gets drafted. It's okay, man, we're still on the come up. So he was part of all of it, a personality. And then AG's awesome because he does everything. He does everything right, sacrifices this or that. Mike was pure upside. There's something about the Porter core that they're more memorable than anything else.
Yeah, the Mike moments, they ring. There's not many other things that we have like that. With this, that we have here at DNVR, the Murray flurries are pretty big. But there's nothing like when Michael Porter Jr. knocks down 4 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers, 6 3-pointers, and he just keeps going because he has his moments. And also, I just think it might just speak to his personality about how open he is because he receives that love. Yeah. He also gives it back out. And that personality is something that we just did not see with this Nuggets team. They don't have many outspoken, tell you how they feel type of players. So, I think that he's a legend here, really.
So what's going to happen tonight? Give me stat lines for Jamal and for MPJ.
I think they're both going for 30 plus.
Me too.
Okay. Both looking like they want to. Jamal kind of sluggish in this last game. I don't think he'll be sluggish tonight.
Maybe he was saving himself for MPJ night.
I mean, honestly,
I could see it.
Honestly,
I could see it.
All right. Well, you gave a soft take plus 30, but I want to hear. Give me a take.
I think Michael Porter Jr. hits 7 3-pointers.
Oh man,
I really do think he has one of those Mikes in the building. But I mean, I also think that it's easy for him to. I really do think that Jamal is going to have a monster game.
Me too.
Not just because Michael Porter Jr. is in the building, but how the last game ended. It's just at the same time, it's going to be a perfect opportunity to just say, I'm here. So yeah, I expect a huge one. What is your prediction?
So I think, like you do, that tonight is going to be a huge Jamal game. I'm going to say I kind of expect, I'll throw a little half-court heave here. I'm going to say 45 points for Jamal tonight because he's coming off a bad game. The Nuggets have 2 really tough games coming up, back-to-back tomorrow against the Clippers. Then you get the Thunder. I think tonight's a must-win. I think Michael Porter got the better of Jamal last time they played. You guys remember that? Got the better of him.
That was a crazy game.
So this one is kind of the real one because it's back in Denver. And I just think Jamal's looking at this game with like 8 layers of motivation. And it's not like they can guard him. So I think he's going to go big. And I think Michael Porter's going to go big. I'm going to say like 30, 31 for Michael Porter, 45 for Jamal.
Man. All right. We'll clip it and come back to it if it happens.
Let's find out. Everybody stay tuned. We got to take a left turn here, though, because there is some bad news that we learned today, and that is that Aaron Gordon is going to be out or reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
First of all, that's a huge window. 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. That's like, if I told you 6 weeks.
I got news for you. It's not going to be 4 weeks.
It's 6 weeks. 4 to 6 is like, it's
not going to be 4 weeks, man.
We just heard this with Jokic.
Yeah. But Jokic ahead of schedule.
Is he?
It's about a week, Dev. About a week.
It's about a week.
About
and
a
then
week, man.
About a week.
It's about a week.
We've been guessing on this about a week for
about a week.
About a week.
About a week.
But he's ahead of schedule, you guys. No matter when he comes back, he will come back ahead of schedule. Aaron Gordon, though, 4 to 6 weeks, man. I put this tweet out there earlier today. The last time he played 16 games in a row was 2023-2024 season. He has not played 16 games in a row. It's not the longest streak ever, 16, but he hasn't done it. And those are not just like, second night of a back-to-back sit out. He has an injury, misses of 4 or 5 games, sometimes 10 games, most recently 20 games. And so this news to me, first and foremost, I said this 2-3 weeks ago before this most recent injury where I said my number one concern for the Nuggets championship is Aaron Gordon's ability to be healthy for 4 rounds of the playoffs. This didn't help. This didn't help my optimism on that front.
Not at all, man. I mean, this is terrible. This is awful, awful news. If he misses 6 weeks, he's going to come back with less than 20 games left in the season. And at that point, the season's pretty much over. You know, you're fighting for seeding, but a lot of teams are like really fine-tuning things and then shutting it down, the final 5 games or so a lot of the time.
Well, I'll push back in 2 ways, actually. Number one, last year, the Nuggets fired their coach and front office with 3 games to go. Mm-hmm. And it really felt like the season reset. Like they hadn't gotten any traction all year round. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And then with 3 games to go, they rallied and kind of concretized and became a really good team for a playoff run. I'm not saying, that's the plan here. But if he comes back with 20 games, which is about what we expect, 20-ish games, maybe 15 to 20. If he comes back with that much, I actually think it's enough time for the Nuggets. If everything
I do
goes
too,
right.
but everything has to go right. Nobody else can be hurt.
Yeah. But, Dev, what do you think on that part first?
Well, I feel like when it comes to AG, he's the key piece of like always missing. So like you will hear a stat of when they have their starting 5, this is what their record is.
Yeah. It's really
you
just
never get
AG.
to actually see the starting 5 because it's always him. I bet you when he's out there, it's like that's when the biggest wins come. So it's like he's so pivotal and important to that, but he can't make it happen. He can't stay healthy enough for it. And you also bring up a good point of he's not doing it for rest. He's actually getting hurt in these situations. So you really just like have to think like, do you want him resting more? Do you sit him like at different times? I know he like wants to be this warrior. Like I have to be out there because you want to build some chemistry and you don't know when it's coming. But as far as is there enough time question, like he's good in these small spurts. So this is going to be another small spurt that they could get themselves going. You just want him to stay healthy after.
Here's the thing though. I'm actually not that concerned about the regular season. Knock on wood. I mean, it could go bad. I mean, obviously, if there's other injuries to your front line or your front court, it could be a disaster. That's what this injury does, is it makes you very thin now in your front court if everybody else is healthy. But if you told me everybody was, Jokic, Big Val, Spencer Jones, Zeke Naji, even Peyton Watson, if those guys are healthy, I actually look at it and think, I don't know that Denver's really going to have a different record if he has to miss a couple weeks. One, you get the All-Star break in there. And then 2, Denver is so deep right now, I wanted to see Peyton Watson get more reps with Jokic when he got back. And not just reps where you're the 5th option, but reps where it was like, no, we want you to run pick and roll with Jokic. I actually think this opens the door for him to do that. I even think it opens the door a little bit, and people really hated this take when I put it on Twitter, but I'm sorry, I think it's true. If Zeke Naji has to play some minutes next to Jokic as a 5th option, isn't that his perfect role? Not as an get in the corner, shoot when you're open, and then just guard and do other stuff. Jokic's going to take care of everything.
Yep.
Isn't that like the best thing you can ask Zeke Naji to do? So I look at it and say, I actually think in the regular season it's fine. My bigger concern, and my only concern, and it's a huge one, is AG just can't seem to be healthy for very long. And even if he comes back with 20 games, if he plays all healthy for 20 games, I'll just watch every playoff game praying he doesn't pull up limp, because it seems almost impossible at the moment for him to go that long.
I agree, man. And this is the scary thing. It's the same leg. It's the same hamstring. When he came back this most recent time from this same injury earlier in the season, it really didn't even seem like he was going close to 100%.
Yeah. Shooting threes, but
in most of these games, it was obvious, I think, that he was not pushing himself to the limit, not even going close to that. And he still got hurt.
Yeah.
That is the scariest thing to me, because you can't do that really in the playoffs. Maybe like first round, you can pick and choose your spots a little bit, but it's a full go all the time in a playoff environment. Can he make it through that? Like, we just don't know, because I really don't think he was going full go even in this latest stretch of games.
But Denver might be able to find something. Like, if you told me, even if AG was healthy, I still think your playoff rotation features minutes with Jokic and P. Watt at the 4 or Spencer Jones or something like that.
Sure.
It's probably not a lot of minutes, but some minutes. And just to make a rotation that makes sense, you might have to play AG as backup center, which means you need him not on the court for some minutes. So you already needed that. And this gives the Nuggets 15 games, basically, to work on that. And that could be an extra weapon that they have. That's like, hey, not only are we good at this, we're actually great at it because we had so much reps with it. But
I think you're going to need 100% of Aaron Gordon to win a championship, or close to it.
You hope, though, not necessarily. Yeah, maybe in the first round with how tough everything is, but maybe not.
I mean, I know they're developing different options, and P. Watts looked amazing, and Spencer Jones just stepped in, and I think they're going to be able to go to that stuff way more than obviously they had to in the playoffs in the past. And I just think you're going to need Aaron Gordon to be Aaron Gordon to win it.
What about 4 out of 7 games in the playoffs? He's 20 at full Aaron Gordon, but at 28 minutes.
Yeah, maybe
you want him there.
No, but I'm saying, could you win? With
maybe
3 out of 7, he's playing like 30.
I think
right
now, what we've seen from this team, it's yes, because they have these other pieces that are actually playing now and showing that they can play. They can, hold their own and more. So if you get 28 minutes of that means that he's not burning himself out. That means that he doesn't have to, hold back at times, because there is a limit on it, and you have to be smart about how you're using them. So I think that you could still win with that, but also I think it would be a better mindset to know this is what I have to give for this time. So now you know when to push the limits and stuff.
One thing I think we're not doing, and I'm saying I don't think we should be doing this, and I'm not going to be doing it, is talking about trades of Aaron Gordon at the deadline. I don't think this is a thing. First of all, I think it'd be insane, heart and soul of the team, and I don't think
they're going to Jimmy Butler him.
Yeah, and I don't think it should be a conversation, honestly, around Nuggets Nation right now. In large part because everybody wants to look around the corner. This season is this season. Stay where you are, pray for health, and go for it. I do see that conversation somewhere on the horizon. It's just everybody wants to get to the conversation after the conversation.
Right.
Let's stay here. Let's stay where we are right now.
The conversation should just be, he better not play in any more back-to-backs.
I mean, come off the bench for he comes back, maybe 10, if it's 20 games, come off the bench for 10 of those, as you ramp up, and the team can survive as you ramp up and whatever.
Think about how sacrificing and going all out for a team and a fan base, and then you get hurt, and they're just
we got to trade him.
We're so ready for him to leave. Or it's hey, the organization has talked to 4 other teams, and they put you in all these fake trade scenarios.
Yeah.
People that you can't get.
I don't even see, people are really saying that?
No.
Oh man, my mentions were
really
even in the comments. That's what I said when I logged on. I said the chat is grouchy. They're all we got to trade him.
But it's even crazier when the front office is hey, we're going to dangle his name and see if Giannis bites. It's okay, now he didn't bite. Now we know that you don't want him. You know what I mean? We all know that we're up for if Giannis is here. Why are you going to go openly and tell that? I think that's always crazy.
Yeah.
Zeke Naji, I think when Yoke gets back, if it's the best opportunity of his life should he play minutes. And I don't know if he'll be an every night guy when everyone's healthy, but he will play. And it's if you get to play alongside Jokic and starters, and you don't have to shoot the ball except for in the corner, the table will never be set better for you to have a good run. That's the ultimate. Yoke's handling the offense, knock down a few shots here and there, and just guard and play hard. This brings us to our last segment here real quickly, which is just title concerns. I said what my number 1 is. I kind of have to imagine it's everybody's number 1. Aaron Gordon's health? No, Aaron Gordon's health.
Oh, specifically Aaron
Health
Gordon?
is a guy, is like everybody, it's health. I mean, every team you could say health. But AG's different because there's a health concern currently. Yeah. So it's a little bit different. But to me, AG's health is number one.
Agreed.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Well, what else could it be?
Jokic getting back to his form, like to rare form.
You're worried about that?
Not worried, but I want to see it. I want to see him, this is the first time I feel like we've dealt with a real injury, so I want him to just come back into himself.
Man, I hate this one because I'm not even considering that. You know what I mean? Like, not because I'm like, I think he'll be fine, but it is worth saying that it is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned with it. What would be so outside of that, the only other concern I have is fatigue. And
Jamal Murray wearing down?
And fatigue. And P. Watt, Spencer Jones. I think these guys are important, but primarily it's Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And I look at that and say, okay, so AG's health and Murray's fatigue factor at the end of the year. Right. And those are kind of big concerns, man.
Yeah, those are big concerns. But with what we've seen, it's like Jamal has pushed this team. He's led them. He's went all out. When guys start coming back, maybe that's like, hey, you got to rest now. Like
it should be.
You've already held the fort for so long. Like your watch has ended. Like, go get some rest, or we're gonna be smart about how we're using you for a while. But we want you to get back into being yourself and stuff. So I don't want him to be pushing the limits the entire time because he's been doing that, and that fatigue is a big thing for a guy that's been playing every single night.
Yeah, I mean he's had to carry such large responsibility this season. Yeah. It's kind of been, the inverse of what it typically is throughout a regular season.
Those are kind of my only concerns. I mean, Christian Brown, I guess it's fair to throw him in there. I think he's such a smaller bit. He could be he could either be a big value add, or I think he'll be what we expect even on the low end.
I think expectations are way low for what Christian Brown's going to give you now.
Yeah, they kind of lowered.
You can't. I just don't think it'd be smart to really expect anything more than Christian Brown typically is going to give you.
I'm not worried about the depth. I think the depth is great. Matchups are going to be tough, whatever. But right now, I really just think this whole season comes down to, at this very moment, for me, comes down to AG and Murray's health/fatigue level. And I still believe. I mean, this is the whole thing, is I still believe about it. It sucks because my concerns are things that it's almost like you can't control them. You know what I mean? I hope CB's shot or this or that. It's like you're watching things that are like, I just hope those guys are healthy and rested enough to play at full go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
I'm still high on this Nuggets team. I saw a lot of doomers on the timeline today. A lot of people freaking out, man. Take a breath, man. Take a breath. This team's really good. 3 seed.
We're playing the Nets tonight. What could go wrong?
Well, our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Make a deposit. Make a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. $10 if you... How did I screw this up?
I think it's deposit $5, win $200.
I got it right here in front of me. I've never screwed this up before. Deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, this one.
This is like all-timer.
This one seems easy. I'm not going to lie. This one seems like an easy one because we already know who the players are. We know who the guys are that are going to get all the shots and who are probably going to have a big game. So let's get to it. The Nuggets come into this game as 7.5-point favorites. Oh. That feels good, especially because we just seen this Brooklyn team beat up on the Nuggets. That was a wild game from Brooklyn, and I was like, that's just beyond them. That's not who they are. I think Denver takes care of business. I think the 7.5 is a high line, so I'm not going to go there. The over-under is 210, and I am shocked about all of the lines that we're seeing with the players, but it only being 210 because this is like a over-under of if it was 235, 240, but it's the same ones. I like the over, of course. 210 is low, and it's two teams that can get hot. It's also going to be two teams that are trying to score every single time because it's just one of those matchups. Okay. So I'll go over 210. I really like that bet. On the other side, come on, man.
Who are we going with?
Come on, it's a homecoming. It's Michael Porter Jr. coming back in this arena, this specific arena against his old team. 25.5 points, and that's just too low. It could very well be a lock. I just think that he's going to shoot it every single time. He's also coming over. He just had a big game. Like he's now the guy. They also are missing Cam Thomas. So you could just cancel out 25 shots.
That's a good point.
Right there. That is going to be funneled to him. So I just think this is Michael Porter Jr.'s
Can we bet
night.
on field goal attempts? I wanna do
You
that.
can do that. And
20
you
plus.
should do that.
Can we buy it
plus?
up to 30?
I also think that I would parlay this one with the lock. So you'll get just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Also, one of MPJ's nicknames when he was here was Never Swing the Rock Jr. And his assist line is 3.5. Come on, man.
You don't think?
Absolutely not.
He's been posting some pretty decent assists.
2.5 a game right now.
Wait. 3.5 is the line.
Well,
I ain't seen no 4 assists in this arena. It's just not happening.
Do they double? Does Alvin bring
maybe
the double?
Maybe
For our 3-pointers bet, it's MPJ over. Never mind. That was out of habit. It's not the wrong. It's the wrong team. I'm just so used to seeing them knock down, 3-pointers at Ball Arena. So we have to switch it up. It's not MPJ. It's THJ over 2.5 3-pointers.
All right.
Tim Hardaway Jr. That's a low line. Every time I see 2.5, I just lock it in. I just know he's going to get that. Tim Hardaway's actual line is 12.5. I think he gets this in 3-pointers alone. So I just think this is very easy because he's going to hit like 4 or 5 threes. That's enough to already get to that line. So 12.5 points is our second bet other night for sure. Big Val's looked like a man amongst boys, and he had a huge game. It feels like he grabbed every single board last game.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that in a less slower pace game where it won't be so many air balls and just balls just coming straight to him. I'm going under 11.5 rebounds.
Dude, I hate that bet. I would have guessed over.
You can stay away from it. You can stay away from it.
Well, then I'll do that.
I'm not. And people that want to get paid,
They'll do
under.
it. Okay.
Under 11.5 rebounds. I like Bruce. I like how he played last game.
Yeah.
And I think they
Great
go through
game.
him a game. His points, rebounds,
Revenge
and assists
game.
is 13.5. He's coming off a game that he did everything. And he was in a groove. He was in a rhythm. Like Harrison just said, it's a revenge spot. I'm going to ride that streak. I think he gets over 13.5 points. I also think he gets over 7.5 points. Points, rebounds, and assists for the 13.5. I think he gets over 7.5 actual points.
Nice.
This is an easy one for him to double down on. For our lock,
Let's lock it in.
this one I just expect to be different for Jamal. He's coming off of that game where he knows he lets the team down. He's going to make up for it. I bet he comes out with a vengeance. I do the over 7.5 points in the first quarter.
Yep.
We're doing a watch along today.
Oh, yeah.
With that, we have something called a Murray Flurry effect. And I expect that to be in full effect today. I think he starts it very early in the game. I like the over 7.5 points, but I truly, truly, truly like the actual points line. They have it at 24.5. It's going lower somehow. They want us to get paid. So after we hit this lock, just thank Bet365 on Twitter.
If there was a screen animation for a Porter quarter, what would it be?
Like, what are the odds there's a Porter quarter?
No, but like if we obviously have the snowfall when it's the Murray Flurry. What would we do if it was a Porter quarter? Back if we had this
We
going,
would probably
when
have
Porter was here.
Mike, something screaming out, Mike or something.
I don't know.
like that.
I was just thinking
Or we'd
about
have
it.
the Penguins come up, Mike.
The Penguins. Little podcast mic pops
Or they
up.
would, podcast. Or
Curious,
everybody would just do this.
Oh, curious. Yeah. We got any super chat scale?
Pelicans.
History Channel 5280. Okay, here we go. Updated standings. Dev -2, vote 0, win 0. D-line 1, Dev. I bet you 1 Nugget. Jamal scores 4 plus 3 is plus 200.
I'm going to take this one. I got to get those Nuggets back. Because -2 Nuggets means that I have to share an 8-piece.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want
You
to
don't wanna
share
do
an
that.
8-piece. Yeah, that's not anything that you want to do. I'll take this one.
All right, everybody. We're going to do the watch along from right here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, we'll throw up our X's right here. Go over there. We'll see you there.
We all silly like the mayor.